We first start from a source that was a plug that was out or shorted, lost power, to see if there is any sign of damage. Nothing looks bad here, everything looks good. So there is no short here or any kind of short circuit or anything of that nature. We'll go for the next plug. When screwdrivers don't work, a vice grip can get you a bad damaged bolt, nail, screw. That's badly damaged. Only way you can do it, sometimes a vice grip, and you try not to do it again. I did a lousy job here, but it is not causing problems. I put just electric tape, which is not supposed to use at home. So there's no short here, and I have to do that. I have to redo the whole thing just for the peace of my mind. I need to take all that junk, that electric coupling, connection, insulation, and redo it again. Well, you could say that is a lousy job, that is not professional. I will do it again. I'm going to do it professionally again. I was in a hurry when I moved to the house. I will change all this bad. This is the worst part that I don't like. I don't see any kind of short or any damage here, but I will just get longer wires and redo this whole thing just to be able to avoid any suspicion on my part. This is a part that I don't like, but it is working, but it is very short, and I needed to clean all that mess. So I'm going to take all these wires out and make it a longer, newer wire. It is working, but it might cause, it just doesn't make me happy. So I'll take it out and make a new. It's already a wet day, so there is no way I can cut wood. When the wood is wet, you cannot use the saw on it. It just gets stuck inside the saw. It's a quick recap. We have a short in the house. Half of the house is powered, the other half is not. I cannot turn this light on because that side of the house is off. This side is on. I started from the fuse box or the circuit breaker box. It has 123 volt on each of the two cables that's coming from outside. I measure every circuit breaker outlet or output, 123 on, 0 off. And the chassis is grounded. So I went through all these wires. We have power, but somehow in the attic there is no power. So we are going upstairs in the attic to see where the power is cut. The disadvantage of the non-contact tester is that it has a circle about 1-inch sphere where it doesn't give you accurate measurement. The voltmeter is direct contact, so you can measure the voltage right on the spot where you need, and you have the ground, and the active wire. when you try to test the electricity with the non-contact, if you come for this wire, on one side you have a distance almost 1 inch, it's flashing. When you come close, it is still flashing, which means this side is the ground wire. When you come from the other side, from a distance, it's green. When you come close, it's flashing. When you contact it, it is red, solid red, which means this is the positive side, this is the active, and this is the ground side. The problem with that, when you come here, you cannot measure things that are close to each other. This white is supposed to be grounded. It is flashing or ground. That's okay. But when you come to this hot wire, the distance, you have to make sure the wires are away from each other. Before we go upstairs, just to see, you see from a distance here, almost about 5 inches or 4 inches. It measures, it flashes. When it flashes means it might be a ground. When you come close to it, it flashes more. When you come very close, you have to touch the wire. Flashing means there is power, but it doesn't tell you which one is ground, which one is not. You can say, here is, maybe you can tell this one is the ground. You have to touch the wire from the back to have a steady red. Here is a steady red, which means you touch the wire directly. From a distance, it will flash. If you touch it, it will be steady. Because the other side, it will be flashing all the time because this is the ground. This one is shorted. There is no power here. There is no power here. This is green, which means there is no power out. It's just a static. But there is no power at all here. The black is supposed to be the positive. There is no power here. 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 All these are dead. That is where we have to go to find the short. A lot of dust, a lot of stuff. Here is a clue. There are two black cables. One of them is on, active, one of them is dead. And when you look at the garage has one circuit active, that light that's turning on, and next to it another light you cannot turn it on because it has no power. So when you come here, also this hole here is going through the concrete. So you make a measurement or a guessing. This wire is on this side and it is green on this side, which means it has ground. It has this is an active wire. It has ground on one side and it has power on the other side. If you look at the other side, this one is dead on both sides. So this one is dead. When you follow it, to make sure you are not making a mistake, this wire is dead. So we have to follow this wire. This is the wire that will go back, supply the half of the house that has no power. So from here we have a clue, at least we can trace them. If you take all the other wires, these wires are coming from the garage, from the power outlet. You follow this from the inlet, you follow it, go through the hole, you go through them. This has power, ground. power, ground. This is dead. This is dead here. So this wire is dead. And this wire is dead. These two cables are dead, and those are the supplying the part of the house that has no power. This one here has no power. This one has no power. This one has no power. No power. This has no power also. Oh, this is the light. This is the light I'm using. So we now have at least 4 or 3 lines here have a problem. We need to separate them from each other. Let's start from here. This is absolutely dead. This one is dead. So now I got 2 wires here that are dead. Start from the bottom. These are okay. This is 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 okay. 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 This one has a another line here, but this one might be the ground. This one here. At least I have 2 wires here I can trace. Just need to know what this wire coming from this side. I have to, that might explain to me why this wire has no power. This is coming from the wall, or maybe it is going to the wall. So I have this is dead. That's good news for me. This is not dead. That's good news. At least I got one power here. One line here is dead. But that might not solve the problem, because this wire might not be the terminal wire. This wire will end up supplying the light bulb that is not turning on. Everything else here is so we have two wires, or this wire is dead, and this wire is dead. This is only the wire that's dead. So we got wire here, one cable here that's dead, the other are not. Though I'm not done yet, I did not find the problem, but I can tell you here on the roof, on the roof in the attic, here is another junction box that can be the problem, because when we measured all the powers coming from the power outlet, the fuse box, all of them have power except these two lines. These two lines coming from this box. What is that? That is the air circulation. Oh my goodness, I never knew that air circulation inside my attic. You only see it in high magnification. There is another fuse box right here. So another fuse box right here, or junction box. So when you have shortage, you have to make sure that this is not the problem. This one have to be diagnosed. We are going to go there. Before I do that, if you look at my head, on right, a nail right here, a nail right here, and a nail right here. So if I make a mistake and rise up, I'm going to have a hole in my head. This is an attic, very dangerous place to work. But at least I figure I traced the problem from the inlet to here. All these wires are hot. Now, this is hot. It is cold on one side, hot on the other. Everything here is hot, but there is a fuse box right here, a junction box, might be the problem. A junction box here and too many junction boxes on the top. So you don't give up, you just have to, there is another junction box right here. So you have to find out